Good evening, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first meeting of the 2021-2022 Board of Education session. I would like to call the meeting to order. We'd like to start our meeting by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to take a moment to make a statement. I want to apologize for my recent actions. I understand that this may be perceived differently, but I acted out of emotion as a mother. This in no way reflects my level of commitment to the Board of Education or to this community. I want to say how sincerely sorry I am to Coach Calandra, my fellow board members, and our community. I realize that I made an error in judgment. I own this as mine and sincerely apologize. Do we have a temporary chairperson to move forward?
Just for tonight?
For just the first page until we elect. All right. Go ahead, Joe.
At this point, I call for nomination for President of the Board of Education.
I'd like to nominate John Nash.
Nomination for John Nash. Any second?
Second.
Second by Karen Fontana. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Fantastic.
Any other nomination?
Well, any other nominations? I don't think we're going to get any.
There's not a line out the door? No. Okay. Take it away. Would you like to change chairs? Thank you, Mr. Haggerty, for an excellent year. Mr. Nash.
Okay.
My rule is temporary. Chairperson.
You did it well. You did it well.
You're supposed to do most of the reading. I will do
Did
that.
you-
You're the
Joe, my
speaker.
phone is Do you want your? Oh, and she had
I need the contract. Okay, well, thank you everybody for your nomination and your vote of confidence in me. And I want to thank Paul for his leadership this past year. It's been a difficult year, but he's steered us well. So thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
At this point, I just want to welcome our new members, Elena Cardwell Reddick and Anna McGraw, and Craig, who's unfortunately not here today. Craig. Okay, so just so you all know, my only agenda I have going forward is to make this district and our students excellent. That's our main goal. So with that, we will call for the election of a vice president. Do I have any nominations?
I nominate Tanya Davis for vice president.
We have a nomination. Do we have a second?
Second.
Diana? Are there any other nominations? There being none, call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nay.
7-1. Okay, now we are calling for nomination for clerk.
How did we want to
And what's
handle this year? I thought we had talked about doing this a bit. Well, there's a clerk and assistant clerk here. And I thought that we wanted to.
You have to have a clerk, and we're nowhere near creating that position yet, so that's why it's on the agenda for right now.
At this point, the meeting is open for public comment. If you wish to speak and have not already done so, please complete a comment card with Mrs. Brennan. This is an opportunity to appear before the school board and express your views concerning agenda items and district affairs. We ask that you limit your remarks to 5 minutes. All public speakers are asked to refrain from making personal attacks toward district employees and elected officials. Be advised that your comments do not enjoy the same privilege and immunity as statements made by members of the Rome Board of Education, and that defamatory or obscene statements are prohibited. Please note that unless specifically indicated on the agenda, this time is not a question and answer period. There is no exchange of conversation with the members of the board or executive staff. However, if your comments require a response, every effort will be made to respond to your inquiries within a reasonable time frame. Thank you for your cooperation. So I have one card here from Jacqueline Nelson.
Surprise. I'm not sure how tonight went, was supposed to go that way, or if things were made because of the incident that occurred outside the Franklin restaurant. So I had prepared something to say that was in regards to what happened there. We were concerned, I'm speaking on behalf of the NAACP and its executive board. We were concerned that the leadership of the school board was going to take a turn at which the NAACP would not be accepted as part of the community. We've come a long way with working with the school district. We've formed many partnerships with the school district, and we want to ensure with the new leadership that this continues, that it's not sidebarred, because maybe some of you may have different views on how things should be going in regards to equity, diversity, and all the things that we had concerns with. So with that being said, Mr. Nash, we hope that you will work with us, just as Mr. Blake does and Mr. Brewer does, and the new board members. We hope that you will embrace us as well, because we just want to ensure that what's written on that wall goes for all the children in the school district. So I'm not going to get on a soapbox about anything that happened. I do think, though, that we should remember what happened, the incident that happened. And I'm hoping, Ms. Davis, I appreciate your apology. And I'm sure Coach Calandra does as well. I hope that it doesn't happen again, because that's a distraction that the school district doesn't need. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nelson. I think we're gonna have one more speaker at least. Okay, Tricia Rakowski, front and center.
I just wanted to also make a note about the Franklin incident. I was walking out of the restaurant with my husband and my mother-in-law that night. And I've known Tanya for a few years, but I also saw what happened that day, and it was very, I couldn't sleep the whole night before, the night after, because it was just very upsetting to me, having had 3 children go through this program, the school district, and play sports. I've had 2 kids that excelled very well in hockey. And I saw Mr. Calandra for years go to hockey rinks and pull kids of all shapes and sizes and, demographics, and pull them out and say, hey, come and play lacrosse. Come and try something new. I'll give you pads. I'll give you a stick. And there's a lot of passion that goes behind these coaches, far beyond the stipend that the school district gives them. And to see the way you charged at him, to see the way that that man could not even cross the street, and to know that you are the vice president of the school board makes me ill. So that's just my statement. I know you're here. I know you're an elected official. I am not here in any way, shape, or form to make any derogatory comments towards you. But I think it's only fair to know, everybody should know exactly what happened that day. And this poor man couldn't even cross the road. My husband is a former law enforcement officer, and he was standing back. He thought you were going to strike him. And for all the comments that you were making over the past year regarding COVID, regarding masks, regarding safety, You were all but spitting in his face. You were all within the 3-foot zone, personal space of Mr. Calandra, and it was very, very upsetting to watch. My mother-in-law's here from Florida, and she got to witness a board member attacking a faculty member of our district. It was embarrassing. That's,
Okay, thank you, Trish. I appreciate your comments. Is there anybody else that would like to speak?